Hi everyone, my name is Juliana Thren, and today I'm going to be going over the safest forms of travel with you all. My purpose by the end of today is that you will all know the safest form of travel and you'll know what to do when the time comes when you're planning a vacation or you're just planning to travel. Obviously, we all know there are many different ways to travel, such as cars, planes, buses, trains, boats, etc. There are different, you can't drive everywhere in the world. There are some places where you have to use a specific thing, like a car or like a plane to get to another country. You can't just there is certain times where you have to use one way of travel, but if you're staying in the US, you're pretty lucky and you can have a few options. To start off, motorcycles they are the dangerous things that you could travel on, not even just because of the person operating the motorcycle, because of people in other cars who don't pay attention and will hit the guy or person on the motorcycle and cause them to get hurt, because obviously when you're in a car you have much more protection than you would if you're on a motorcycle. So in cars, that's 6 million accidents per year in the United States alone. 6 million, that's a lot in the United States alone. And driving is the most popular way of transportation in the United States, so obviously there's going to be more accidents on the road because there's more people on the road other than different ways of travel. So obviously you don't want to drive a car somewhere that's gonna be pretty far away, but another option is trains. Train accidents are very rare. They don't really happen because of the help of technology. It's pretty much the same thing with planes, and I'll get there soon, but technology makes it so there's not ever any train crashes. I'm not saying that they don't happen, they do happen, but it's not as common as it would have been, say, 20-30 years ago. And also, there has been derailings of trains in the past, but that also has gone down a lot with the use of technology. So yeah, and then we have buses. Bus drivers have to pass extreme requirements in order to get a commercial driver's license to drive a bus, or any big vehicle. You have to get that license, but they can't just go take a test like we would with our normal driver's license and get the license and be able to drive a bus. There's a lot of tests and there's a lot of on the road practicing that you have to do. Also, there's less than 10% traffic fatalities from buses in the past 15 to 20 years. That says something. Buses are the safe way to go, and honestly, if you're driving far, or you need to go far, it would be a good option because you don't necessarily have to pay for the gas or any of that stuff. So finally, the safest way of travel is an airplane. I know that doesn't sound right at all. It didn't sound right to me, but after doing some research on it, it made a lot of sense. So the annual injury rate in the air is 0.01 per injuries per 100 million miles, and that includes 0 deaths. So yes, there has been plane crashes, and yes, there has been accidents landing or taking off, but it's not that common at all. And also, if you're going somewhere, say if you're in New Jersey and you want to go to California, you're not gonna drive. And people do take trains, I have heard of that, but you're most likely gonna take an airplane. And they're not the worst. I like them. But the only scary thing is with airplanes is the turbulence, and I don't know about you guys, I don't like that. But yeah, airplanes are the safest form of travel in all of the world. In every country, airplanes are the way to go. So again, as I said, if you're shocked to hear that, I'm not surprised, because I was too. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But doing the research on it actually made it clear. I was like, oh wow. It has an extremely low rate of accidents. If you aren't traveling very far, there's no need to take an airplane, obviously. But if you're going, like I said, if you're going on a far trip, I would take an airplane, because I think they're pretty fast and they're just comfortable and they're safe. So thank you for listening to what I had to say, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.